Hey, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Let's go. We're going to talk a little bit Nike and Caitlin Clark. And I know we talked about this a little while ago in the past, but I came across some things that I thought was interesting that I had not heard before when talking about this and when researching this. So I think this adds a little bit of weight, shall we say, maybe a little credibility to the criticisms of Nike and the WNBA. But as you know, Caitlin Clark signed an 8-year, $28 million contract with Nike. Imagine signing that, right? And you're still getting ripped off. I That's not just me. That's not just other YouTubers or people on Twitter or just Caitlin Clark fans. That is what legendary sports marketing guru Sonny Vaccaro thinks happened to Caitlin Clark. And I think he's right. 8 years, 28 million. I mean, it sounds great, right? Especially just coming out of college. But Sonny thinks it should have been a lot bigger as well. Look, Nike had a chance to own the Caitlin Clark era, but instead they sort of dropped the ball worse than Shaq at the free throw line. Or, I was going to say, or Angel Reese under the basket with a layup, but that might upset a lot of people, so I won't say it. Uh, but man, no, and it doesn't get corrected by finally dropping a shoe. Look, for those who don't know, when I say marketing legend, Sonny is the man who saved Nike, the guy who basically invented modern athlete marketing. Yes, the Michael Jordan guy, right? He says Clark's agent butchered the deal. Yes, he's not just blaming Nike, right? He's putting some blame on the agent as well. He's the man, Ben and Matt, Goodwill Hunting, Ben and Matt. They they made a movie about this is their Nike movie. This is who we're talking about. Sonny. He said Clark, once in a lifetime position as an athlete, she would be able to set the market for women's sports. And yet, instead of taking that kind of groundbreaking control, her team, her agent settled for, let me check my notes, less than Kyle Kuzma's NBA contract. Sonny actually said to TMZ Sports, let me quote, Caitlin Clark was in the best position to maximize her value immediately, more than any woman in sports that I knew. Sonny believed that Clark's representation, and we've all seen some of her agent stuff. She seems very old guard WNBA to me, very weak, gonna get rolled by Nike because it's a lot more about other things. But Sonny believed that Clark's representation could have held firm and gotten a much more lucrative deal out of Nike. He said, all the women who made progress here, this could have been the bottom line. They messed up. They should have held on to the last drop. But no, he didn't just stop there. He had some blame for Nike as well. Said Clark, in this initial deal, like the Jordan deal, should have gotten a piece of everything from Nike. Just like Sonny did with Mikey. Be like Mike. No, Mikey's the cereal guy, right? Kid. Anyway, Michael Jordan did back in '84, and now Nike's at risk of Clark starting a bidding war in the prime of her career. Think about it. She was 22, just turned 22 when she signed that deal. She could very well be in the prime, as crazy as that sounds, prime of her career when the Nike deal ends. Can you imagine what the bidding war will be then? Nike could have had Caitlin Clark locked up for life. Caitlin Clark's agent could have made her a whole lot more money. Instead, Nike gave her like the trial version of a contract, like those streaming services you see all the time that now they give you one free month or one greatly discounted month, and then they kind of forget all about you, and you forget what you're paying, and it gets jacked up. And hey, where's the merch, right? Where is the merch? Fans waited forever for a Caitlin Clark sneaker. Still don't have that. Or hey, even just a T-shirt. How long did that take before they finally got that Rookie of the Year thing that I could have designed in Canva in 5 minutes. Nike barely acknowledged her all season long. Couldn't even tweet out about her. They've tweeted out a million times more about Juju in college than they did Caitlin Clark in her rookie year with all the records she was breaking. And again, meanwhile, Paige, still in college, her shoe dropped already. Make it make sense for me. It's like throwing a surprise party, but you're forgetting to invite the guest of honor. The guest of honor is Caitlin Clark, Nike. Man, Nike used to dominate sports culture, right? They made Michael Jordan a, like, I don't want to say God, but you know the point I'm making, right? Tiger Woods was a brand. Nike got into golf equipment because of Tiger Woods. And not long after Tiger had his injuries and was kind of sort of retired, but, not playing much and so forth, Nike got out of making golf equipment. Everybody was wearing Kobe's. Now, they're more worried about hurting people's feelings than actually selling shoes and other merchandise. And I said this the other day. I said Nike used to be the company of marketing slogans like "just do it" and my personal favorite, you don't win silver, you lose gold. And now they've got, it's not where you're from, it's where you shoot from. And you can't win, so win. I mean, I guess they're supposed to sound cool, like a play on words, but they're gibberish. Oh man, but hey, let's not forget, not just our own agent, not just Nike, WNBA. We won't go into all the things, but I think a big one is they had that playoff promo. You remember that? And they left Caitlin Clark off of it. Yeah, let's totally ignore the one player who's bringing in record ratings and selling out arenas. Genius, absolute genius marketing move. If your goal is to not make money. This is like McDonald's. And no, this is not an Angel Reese joke. This is like McDonald's. They're launching a new menu and forgetting to include fries. No fries at McDonald's. Can't get fries at McDonald's. Hey, how about the All-Star jersey? Should we talk about that as well? Sold out in 15 minutes and there was no restock. They just didn't. It's like they completely forgot supply and demand is a thing. You might want to Google that, WNBA. And it's not like they didn't know by then. We're talking about the All-Star game. They were seeing jersey sales. They were seeing Wilson basketball sales. I'm trying to remember. At that time, they might have even seen some insane Caitlin Clark cards being sold or auctioned off. 15 minutes. 15 freaking minutes for her All-Star jersey to sell out. And I think Wilson sold out basketballs a little quicker. That is faster. Seriously, you all know what I'm talking about here. That is faster than it takes me to decide what to binge watch next on whichever streaming service decides to sign me to an endorsement deal. Then I'll name them. Hey, at least I'm being honest. You think all these athletes and celebrities use the stuff they're endorsing? Come on. And another one. I'm going to give you another basketball reporter. Ethan Sherwood Strauss. And come on, 3 names. So you know this is like beyond reproach, right? Suggested, this is a while back on a podcast, suggested that Nike was more worried, I should say, right, about keeping, sound familiar, Asia Wilson happy than making sure Clark was their top priority. Yeah, it's not just Caitlin Clark fans wondering about this, okay? Basketball reporter thinking Nike did put Clark in the back seat said this on a podcast. This is a quote. Based on conversations with people in the know, it indeed has something to do with WNBA MVP and Nike athlete Asia Wilson. But beyond Wilson, it's about a culture at the company that's more concerned with quelling noise rather than making it as Nike once used to. Love how that was put. Because look, let's be clear, this is not about pitting them against each other. It's about Nike failing to capitalize on what they have. Instead of doing what they can do for both of them and understanding what Caitlin Clark means. Instead, to everyone, Clark's deal feels kind of like an afterthought. Nike, Nike used to be cool. Nike used to make waves. Now they're just trying to rock the boat, but the problem is the boat is sinking just like their stock price. I mean, this is absolutely wild. Nike, what used to be dominant in sports culture, made Michael. I mean, well, I mentioned this already. I'm just going to say it again for emphasis in terms of what Nike was. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, just everything. Nike is everywhere. And, oh, man. Nike and the WNBA. They are missing this huge opportunity. I don't understand it. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball star. She's a movement. She is a brand. And right now, her marketing is being handled like a high school group project where nobody's communicating, right? And you have those some kids that are just kind of like not going to do anything. And then because they have that one kid that gets all A's who is going to do it all themselves because they don't want a bad grade. You've been there. So, hey, man, well, Nike's, well, Clark's next deal will be different. It might not be with Nike, which is my point. So, like I said, if she keeps dominating and she's in the prime of her career when this deal ends, man, Nike might have some serious regret, just like, remember, Adidas letting MJ walk. So, I'm going to wrap it up. I've been going a while. I know I get fired up on this stuff sometimes. I'm having fun, okay? I'm not worked up. All the crazy people that comment, just take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine. Look, Nike fumbled. WNBA fumbled. Kansas City Chiefs threw interceptions. I had to throw that in there. I'm sorry. And Caitlin Clark just broke record after record. Maybe they should all take notes, right? Wait, never mind. They don't restock those either. Oh, man, I'm going to leave it there. I've been going on for a while. I appreciate you checking this out. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below if you think things are going to change. But I know we've talked about Nike before. I just thought it was really interesting and added some weight getting Sonny's to basically say what a lot of us have been saying already. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Really do appreciate it. I will talk to you later.